In this Sunday's readings, especially the first reading, we read about the husband who has found a worthy wife. Her value is beyond pearls. Her husband entrusts his heart to her. Now we want to think about Jesus because he's really the husband of the church. And he has entrusted his heart to us. But he has found us to be his worthy bride. And Jesus has entrusted his heart to each and every one of us, especially in the Eucharist. Don't we say that? He has given us his heart, his mind, his spirit, his body and blood, his soul, and his divinity. So as members of the church, we are the bride of Christ and the bride of this very worthy husband, the spouse of the church, who is Jesus. So in a very real sense, we're called to be the worthy wife of Christ in that marital image. Therefore, we share in this most intimate, holy union with Christ and with one another. So, if he has so entrusted himself to us that there's like a two-way street of trust. Remember, we say in the Divine Mercy, Jesus, I trust in you. Since you have entrusted yourself to me, now I can trust in you and entrust my whole life to you, so that we know that he is with us, and our participation in this liturgy, whether we're present or spiritually, he always entrusts himself to us. Now, in today's gospel parable, a man going on a journey called in his servants and entrusted his possessions to them. Note that he entrusted his possessions, not his heart, like Jesus. But to each according to his ability, he entrusted his possessions. After a long time, the master of those servants came back and settled accounts with them. The first and the second servants produced fruit with what they had been given. The third one, out of fear of the master, he really didn't know the master, but he dug a hole and buried his master's money. This man did not know his master, so nor did he appreciate the confidence that the master had put in him to entrust him with his gift. Remember that to those who have been given much, much will be expected. So the point is, what have we received? What do we have that we have not received? But what does God expect of each and every one of us? Remember that God is glorified in that we become Jesus' disciples and bear much fruit. God does not want us to hide our light underneath the bushel basket. God has entrusted to each of us his greatest possessions, not money or material things, but his Spirit and his Son Jesus, our faith. What does God expect that we will do with his gift? And what shall we become through Christ our Lord? Let us stand and profess our faith.